In this video, we will look at how the retort house was made for the gasworks. The retort house is at the beginning of our gas production process. So how to make town gas? Well, you put coal inside a sealed chamber and cook it. This drives off the gas within the coal and leaves behind coke. Various other chemicals are released when coal is heated, including ammonia, tars and sulfur, all of which are captured and used for various industrial purposes. The arrangement for the sealed chamber varies considerably depending on the size of plant and the availability of technology at the time. Broadly, they are either horizontal or near horizontal sealed tubes in which batches of coal are heated, as in this example. This gives the characteristic rectangular cross-section to the building, with space either side for coal loading and coke unloading machinery. Alternatively, gas retorts are more like a lime kiln, where coal is fed in at the top via an airtight door and then cooked. The coke is released from the bottom of the kiln once the gas has been released. This gives rise to tall, thin buildings for the vertical retorts. There is space above for coal hoppers and loading, and space below to extract the coke. Here are a few examples. This one has horizontal retorts with a telfer, the overhead monorail, down one side for unloading the coke. Note the two quenching tanks for cooling the coke on the way out. On the other side, there will be arrangements for coal loading. Again, a low squat building, so will be horizontal retorts. Here we have an example of a tall, thin retort house for the vertical retort system. Interesting to note how the builder picked out cook with gas in the brickwork in the top panels. Another example for vertical retorts, showing a different arrangement for the ventilation. The larger retort houses were iron-framed buildings with criss-cross ironwork and brick infill in the panels. Smaller town gasworks tended to be simple brick-built affairs. Here is the one at the Fakenham Museum of Gas. Inside the building there are the horizontal retorts, which in this case were stoked and cleaned manually. Some of the images we have are very poor quality, as they're old photocopies, as per this example. However, what we were interested in were the chimneys. Here it is enlarged. Looks horrible, but still useful information can be gleaned. Look closely at the chimney on the right. It is possible to just make out that the chimney is rectangular, with a corbelled surround at the top, and it has bands of iron every few feet up the chimney to hold it together. We use this as the basis for our model. For a smaller gasworks, a chimney like this might suffice. This is the one at Fakenham. Based on the information gathered, the era and type of plant we wanted to make, we came up with a design for the retort house, albeit we were only making one end. Here is the model part built. The doors and ventilators, pale coloured at first floor level, were added to give the building some character. The black areas are the entry points for the coal elevator on the right and the telfer on the left to remove the coke. The ventilator grills were made using 3D printing. The back of the grill is a flat sheet and each fin is attached to it to make sure they stay straight. And here we have the completed building after it has been painted. This model was made by Chris Simpson, a member of the group. It would have been nice to create a cutaway model of the internal detail of the retort house. A great opportunity for some exquisite modelling if someone is looking for a challenge. Lots of complicated bits of machinery to research and conveyor systems to model. That concludes our presentation about the retort house. Thank you for listening, and we hope you found it of interest.